fellow seekers of knowledge and wisdom. Today we will discuss Eyes Wide Shut, 1999 Stanley Kubrick, starring Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, Sidney Pollack, Marie Richardson, and Todd Field. Eyes Wide Shut, an intriguing, mysterious, fascinating film. One of Kubrick's many gems. Let's investigate this interesting film. In Eyes Wide Shut, Kubrick didn't choose Christmas as a backdrop for decoration. He used it as a symbolic operating system. And once you start looking at the film through the lens of pagan winter rituals, solstice symbolism, and the Nutcracker suite, the whole thing becomes even more charged and more mysterious. So let's unpack this carefully. Christmas in Eyes Wide Shut isn't Christian, it's pagan. Kubrick's Christmas is sensual, commercial, transactional, ritualistic, full of lights, masks, and temptations. This aligns far more with pagan Yule and winter solstice traditions than with Christian nativity themes. Why the solstice matters. The winter solstice is the longest night of the year, a time of rituals, masks, rebirth, and shadow work. Historically associated with secret societies and initiation rites. The masked orgy takes place during the Christmas season, but its structure, cloaks, chanting, firelight, a central sacrifice, is far closer to pagan midwinter rites than anything Christian. And Kubrick, I believe, knew exactly what he was doing. The elite ritual as a Yule solstice ceremony. The ritual has several features that echo pagan winter ceremonies. Firelight and candles, symbolizing the return of the sun after the longest night. Masks and cloaks, used in solstice rites to shed identity and commune with the other world. A symbolic sacrifice. The woman who redeems Bill mirrors ancient solstice sacrifices meant to ensure renewal. A circle of participants, a classic ritual structure in paganism. The Christmas setting isn't accidental. It's Kubrick's way of saying, this is the real religion of the powerful. The Nutcracker connection is not only valid, it's brilliant. Kubrick uses Christmas iconography, and the Nutcracker is one of the most iconic Christmas ballets, but the parallels go deeper. The Nutcracker is about a young girl entering a dreamlike, magical, dangerous world. Bill does the same, except his dream world is sexual, occult, and threatening. The Sugar Plum Fairy. In popular culture, the Sugar Plum Fairy has been slang adjacent to drugs, especially opiates, because of its sweetness and dreamlike connotations. Mandy's heroin overdose, her name, her fragility, her dreamlike presence, she's a corrupted sugar plum fairy symbol. She appears naked, unconscious, surrounded by wealthy, powerful men in a dreamlike haze. She is the dark mirror of the sugar plum fairy, the fairy destroyed by the very world she entertains. Kubrick is showing the underbelly of the Christmas fantasy. Mandy as the fallen fairy. Mandy's overdose scene is staged like a twisted fairy tale. Bill, a doctor, awakens her like a prince. She is surrounded by glittering Christmas lights. She is fragile, doll-like, almost otherworldly. Later, she sacrifices herself at the ritual. Yet another fairy tale inversion. She is the sugar plum fairy, the sacrificial maiden, the solstice offering, the victim of the elite's appetites. Heroin, an opiate, creates a dreamlike state, the same state the Nutcracker ballet evokes. Kubrick is merging Christmas fantasy, drug fantasy and addiction, sexual fantasy and addiction, ritual fantasies and addiction, and showing how all of them are exploited by the powerful. So, is the ritual a pagan Yule solstice rite? Not literally, but symbolically, it is absolutely so. Kubrick fuses pagan solstice imagery, secret society ritual structure, Christmas iconography, fairy tale motifs, drug culture. The result is a world where Christmas is a mask. The solstice is the real ritual. The elite worship power, not God. The fairies, Mandy, Domino, the models, are consumed and discarded. It is a critique of capitalism, patriarchy, class hierarchy, the commodification of bodies, the illusion of holiday innocence, all wrapped up in Christmas lights.